other clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out!
Hmm? Ah.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time!
Yeah. You'll see what—
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! I feel light as a feather.
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What's going on? Paimon can barely believe her eyes!
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back.
That's incredible!
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
You'd better believe it! Plus, you just passed a flying trial!
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a pass?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance.
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a Kukasaur in a trial.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
You see? Even the Traveler agrees.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this.
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that.
Huh?
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you.
You have nothing to thank me for.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukasaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Again? Okay, everyone.
Huh? Why did Chaska rush off like that? And then Elder Alp...
Oh, it's back! It found us again!
Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings!
Stop! All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing! What's going on?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister?
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when— Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because when Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
It's a possibility, but in any case, I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
Yeah, I did. I started getting curious about these humans. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human identity. But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She saw it as a personal betrayal. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe.
So, I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it!
Hey, show a little respect.
Maybe in the flying squad.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings...
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe?
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Tasca, there's a conflict emerging there.
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukusaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Chaska, to prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan. Looks like I was making a mountain out of a molehill.
And don't forget about Paimon!
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. Unlikely, given how she reacted when I showed up. If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree. Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores.
Ah! Stop! You're gonna give Paimon a heart attack!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. What? You too? All right, fine. Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, so even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems as for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble. I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before.
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time. Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then... She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
This is a really remote location.
We stay here? Okay. Got it. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay out of sight for now. Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced...
Any idea what they're saying?
Sounds like things are more complicated than... There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim of a human attack. No! It's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her. They came over the sea, under the cover of night, and they took Chime.
What the heck? Who would do such a thing?
I searched day and night, and finally found them.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm! Hey, there's another one! Wait, is that the one that got away last time?
Who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per catch.
Chaska!
Chaska? How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
Don't you even think about running away!
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me out of here!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured.
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
It's still going.
Guess we need a more permanent solution.
That was too close. I thought...
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No, it was...
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find, and... he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so it needs dealing with urgently.
T'Pol? Huh.
Well, he tends to send his orders in writing. He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
I don't know.
Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head?
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. This is just a best guess, of course.
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequence, but the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary...
That's enough. So the Kukasaurs you took, where are they now?
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen. We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
T'Pol. I'm sure I've heard that name.
Chaska, Traveler!
That voice! It's Alpa!
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. I don't...
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before.
Huh? So he's a member of your tribe then?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather Clan, I'd definitely know him.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe who came to participate in our flying trials once. You were away on a mission at the time. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes.
The Children of Echoes?
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial. In the end, he went wingless and
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented the phlogiston wings to...
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs.
Easy, Chaska. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukasaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukasaurs after recent events.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukasaurs.
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody, too.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is going to be the key to resolving this conflict. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
Full throttle!
So Alpa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes.
Let's start by talking to someone we know. Wakey, wakey, Shilonin!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther.
Well, we're not all like you.
I'm sorry, Shilonin, but it couldn't wait.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him? Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay.
Pulls it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless, then.
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? But he never got very far back then, though. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. I'll, go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop.
Try and stop me!
I'm back. Allow me to introduce T'Pol's mother.
Hello.
Oh, save the pleasantries. I disowned him long ago. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky. He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. He's no son of mine.
Wow, they've really fallen out.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol, if you ask me, I'll go keep her company.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right?
Some early designs for the phlogiston wing. Natlan, the Cinder City.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up!
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there. What if it started off even higher up?
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely.
I totally called it!
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude.
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Oppa!
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too.
Rev the engines!
No more dinosaurs. We want phlogiston wings.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe.
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad.
We found some promising leads. But there's a major obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we need.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Ochkon's still managing to sow discord.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukusaur can take you that high up.
You know what? There might just be a way.
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? But now, it's flowing freely.
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout, it would create a high-pressure wind current.
And then we just ride it up into the sky?
Yes. It has its risks, but with Chaska's abilities...
It's an extremely risky approach.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial ground, Chaska. If anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens...
Goodness me!
Maybe so, but we have to act fast.
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurement, then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the structural integrity won't be threatened.
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with it.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle.
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my...
fly!
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Take me up! Open fire! Locked on! Locked on!
Koya can give you a lift.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
Yes, up there. All right, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol.
Haven't ever flown that fast before.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, and sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned. I should be able to figure it out with T'Pol's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're... That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Maybe that works on your guns, huh? Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston.
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved just now. For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this definitely doesn't cut it.
But if he's got that relic, why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass-produce them? But this doesn't add up.
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
Seems like the merchants were right. T'Pol's using them for his own ends.
I'll bet that mechanism on top of the cage opens the door.
Take me up!
She's still breathing, but by the looks of it, DePaul was using these cages to extract phlogiston from the Kukasaurs. Once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. Let me see. Looks like a record of his phlogiston log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne work, even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply. Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention, the Phlogiston Wings. Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new, smaller model Phlogiston Wings. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. Log number 114. Ran an experiment using Kukasaurs to refine gaseous phlogiston. Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters to capture wild Kukasaurs. Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of phlogiston yield.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed halfway through?
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you? Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
What are they doing here?
It's DePaul's henchmen. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out! Take me up!
Hey, look here! More of DePaul's notes!
Log number 403. Introduced me to some new comrades. I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts. But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal...
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. If only it were possible. We could respond faster. But DePaul, what about the Saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston? You're not sharing the sky? Bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Yeah!
I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source. Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's baby.
Let's search this area for now.
Chaska, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement. This is the final obstacle to the success of the phlogiston wings project. Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. Log number 440.
Why is this log empty?
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
Log number. We lost many comrades in the accident, but we cannot stop now. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan. All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0.
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook.
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet, your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom?
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself. If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born during my days as a wingless wanderer. His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody. But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other was gone. He started a new family, with another traveler who was also looking to return home. I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child still harbored dreams of the skies. Can you imagine, Chaska? Or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukasaurs.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chaska. I'm not here for a fight. I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, war will never again come at such a great cost. So tell me, Chaska, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wings forever grounded and gathering dust?
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will never look back. They will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs is a small price to pay for. But this I had not anticipated.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. I'm sure you have your doubts about my method. You know me, Chaska, as fellow humans.
Hey, quit the quips. This is serious.
Ulpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? Peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves?
They are wild beasts.
Ugh, how did someone like her ever become a writer?
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. It's all about survival of the fittest for them.
You're wrong, Ulpa.
Chaska, I will promise you this.
Well, that's too bad. And the others? To us, they're friends. Family.
Is that right?
Chime!
Ulpa!
Careful. Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction keys!
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away.
Take control?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. And since you insist on imposing me too. No, Chaska. You are the strongest warriors we have. I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so. As long as the majority supports our vision.
Your vision is deranged.
You sure about that?
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back...
Stop delaying the inevitable!
She's still holding Chime hostage.
Koya?
Huh? What are you yapping about? Stand down. Drop your weapon. No!
There is no escape!
Open fire! Give up, Ulpa. We're negotiating my way now. And this ain't your
Hey, nothing's up with this relic! No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic.
Maybe it got damaged in the fight.
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Okay. It's too powerful. But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Koya, remember when we were kids? Don't worry. I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. All I need is for you to catch me at the end. I can't hold it back.
Don't be insane!
Ulpa! What are you...
You're a fool, Chaska! We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe.
I'm the fool. You really think you can...
Sure. It may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape the blast radius in time, but I can fly it a safe distance away. Here. This should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today. Koya! What do you mean I'm fine? Accident? Yeah, right.
Chaska! Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. And it's up to the winners to define what strength means. So it looks like it's my turn.
Koya! Koya! So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally caught up with her. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her.
You'd better. No more avoiding us.
Got it. You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her, She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. She must have been a handful growing up. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chase
Cusco, I understand how you must feel.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask.
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koyer and Junat. The two of them were a huge help, and as it turns out, not all of the wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston power gizmos. I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
So, it looks like there's just one last conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? Koya, I just want to say... Huh? Does this mean you're...
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But that day... Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
One.